Hello guys, so today we're going to be learning about negative and positive numbers in reference to a number line. So we're going to use a number line specifically to do our values, okay? And we're going to make sure we use a ruler so that we can get a nice straight line. Okay, and we're going to do that all the way across. Okay, right, so we have our line. Okay, so this is called a line, okay, our number line. But we don't have any numbers yet. So in this number line, the middle is always going to be 0. Okay, so in the middle of all our values, we're going to have 0. And we're going to write 0 in black. Okay, 0. Now we're going to discuss what's going to be to the left of 0 and what's going to be to the right of 0. Okay, so we're going to write the values that are to the left of 0 in red because these are called negative numbers. Okay, I'm going to tell you why they're negative. So negative numbers are always going to be less than 0. Okay, less than 0. And we're going to write that in red too. That is to the less than 0 left. And then they're called negative numbers. Negative numbers are negative values. Okay, so we're going to write that to the left of 0. Okay, then to the right of 0, we're going to have our positive numbers. And we're going to make sure we write these values are greater. So we're going to remember that these values are always greater than 0. Okay, so greater than 0. Okay, and this is the right side of 0. Right side, or just write right. So it's easier to remember. Okay, and those values are we're going to write positive. Positive values. Okay, so positive values. Okay, and we're going to write those in blue so you guys can see the difference. Okay, so the negative sign. Okay, so you're going to see this sign on all the numbers that are to the left of 0. You're going to see this symbol. Okay, and it's a negative. You might see it when you do subtraction, but we want to remember that a negative sign is different than a subtraction sign. It means two different things, okay? Because you can't add negative numbers. So negative is different, okay? So we're going to start with writing our negative number. We're going to write them from 1 all the way up. We're going to go up to about 6 on this side and negative 6 on this side, and we're going to go to positive 6 on this side, okay? So we're always going to start at 1, okay? 1 is going to be closest to the 0. when we start to write our values. Okay. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. Okay, and let's delete this last one. Okay, negative. So how these works is on the negative side, the further we get away from 0, the lesser the values go. I know you see that the numbers are going up. This negative sign means that we are getting less and less and less, okay? Even though the numbers look bigger, just like on the positive side, it's actually decreasing, okay? So our debt is increasing, okay? So imagine owing money, okay? When you owe money, the more money that you borrow, the more you'll owe. So this is a negative value. The larger the numbers are, okay, the more you're owing, okay, or the lesser the value. Okay, so on this side, we're going to write our positive numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is just, we're not going to need any symbol for these. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so for this side, these are all greater than. So greater than 0 goes to the right of 0. Okay, right of 0. These numbers, okay, so these are increasing. So the further you get away from the 0, the larger the number is. You see the difference? These are getting smaller as you get away from the 0. These are getting larger as you move away from the 0, okay? And these are called positive values, okay? So let's do an example, okay? So what are some instances where you'll end up in the negative, okay? So let's pretend that you have a bank account. And when you have a bank account, if you spend more money than what's in your account, then you have something called a deficit. Deficit. Actually, let's write that in a different color so that we won't get confused. Right? You have something called a deficit, or you'll be owing. Okay? Since our number line has only up to 6, we're going to only go up to $6. But you can go up to, as high or as low, to all the way into infinity. Okay? So these numbers never end. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, let's pretend you have $4 in your account, okay? You have $4 in your account. And let's draw these dollars out. Let me use black because you can't really see that. Okay, so you have $4 in your account. One, two, three, 4. Let's pretend. Okay, so you have $4 in your account. Okay, but you want to buy something for $5. No, let's say $6. So you want to buy something for $6, and it's a real pretty toy car. Let's draw the toy car, and the tag on the toy car says $6, okay? You only have $4, okay? But you swipe your card anyways because you didn't know that you had $4 in your account. You thought that you had 7, okay? So you swipe it, and your bank says, okay, this costs 6, they have 4. So they're going to take away these dollars, okay? But they're going to continue. So you have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? But they're going to continue. But now you're going to go in the negative. So let's draw these dollars under. Okay, let's draw these dollars underneath the actual number line to make it easier. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Okay, so you only have $4. You spent 6. Okay, so they're going to take away your money. They're going to take away 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now you're at 0. 0, there's no value. Okay, so now you're going to skip over into the negative of owing. Okay, so now you owe $2. So let's do. Now you owe $2 over. So now you're in the negative. -1, -2. Okay, so now you owe a value. Because if you don't have it, now you owe it because you don't have it to give. Okay, so now you owe your bank, and let's write negatives. So that $5 and $6 are now negative. How many dollars are negative? Okay, so you had these. These are all positives. And you had these, but these are negatives. So now you owe negative $2. 1, 2. Okay? So now you owe $2. Okay? So that's how you find negative and positive numbers. Okay? So the more that you take away, or the more that you take away that you don't have, the more you owe. Okay? The more you owe. But these values are less than 0, so they're still decreasing. But when it comes to a bank account, it's what you're owing. Okay? So, and then that is negative and positive numbers. So we're going to, before we leave, we're going to remember negative values are to the left. Let's add a positive symbol here. Always to the left, and they're always less than 0. Okay, positive values are always to the right of 0, and they're greater than 0. Okay, and that's not what you're owing. This is what you're owing. Okay, all right.